What is up everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we will be playtesting the ST-02 Wings of Advanced deck, playing it against ST-01 Heroic Beginnings. The purpose of this video is to prepare for the upcoming starter deck release event this weekend by taking the decks out for a spin and playing them against each other. This will be a best of 3, so first to 2 wins. The AI is player 2 and it looks like I am starting the game. Looking at our hand, we do have a Leo and we do have a Maganac. I think that's good enough early, so I will not take a mulligan. Alright, first turn we have nothing to do, so I will just simply end the turn. They play out a Zowort, a very strong blocker early in the game. So let's match up with that and play out a Maganac. Hopefully we can get an attack in and see if they block. Next turn we will be playing out a Wing Gundam bird mode to just ramp our level a bit. So as we planned, I will first attack into their EX base. Let's see what they do. So they go for the trade with Zowort. Just take note that the AI is not really too optimized. Sometimes it makes less than ideal plays. But for the purposes of this playtest video, let's just look for lines to take and see interactions of the cards. So for now, let's just end the turn and pass. They play out a gun tank. We pass. They don't do anything. Alright. At this point, I think we can play out a Heavyarms first. The reason being, we did draw Sandrock and Quatre, which can be linked, allowing the unit to attack the turn it comes into the battle area. And at this point, I think it's worth it to play out a Leo as well. We are nearing level 6 anyway, so maybe no need for that ramp. And let's just get on the board. Okay, so they play out Amurore onto their Demi trainer, tapping down our Heavyarms and attacking our base. And they play out Suleta onto their gun tank and hitting our first shield. Alright, so I think the favorable trade would be I will attack with Heavyarms onto their Demi trainer. Get a favorable trade. Then play out the Sandrock. Link it with Quatre. Get a 5/4 that can attack immediately. And swing into their 3/5. And at this point, I think I can play out a St. Gabriel Institute. Get a draw. Perfect. It's the Tallgeese. Let's put the Maganac on top because that just has the bigger AP. And swing into their EX base with our Wing Gundam bird mode and our Leo. and just pass the turn. Hopefully we can draw our Zechs. Okay, so here's a very strong unit. They deal... Oh, what? They healed. Alright, sure. Again, the AI doing AI things. So let's... If there's nothing else, I guess we swing. We swing for their shields. Just swing. And nothing has burst. Alright. Now we think. What do we want to play out? Do we want to play out a Tallgeese and one of our 2-cost units? Probably the Maganac, right? If we do that, we can swing twice next turn with Tallgeese, but we risk getting tapped down by Amuro. How many Amuros has he played? Just the one. Just the one. And one Suleta. If I recall, there are 4 in the deck. So let's play it cagey. Let's play out our 2 small units. Let them have to deal with it. And just keep Tallgeese back as a possible finisher. Let's drain their resources first. And there you go. Ariel handles the Wing Gundam bird mode. And there's MA form with Amuro. Perfect. Okay, so let them use it on something else. We don't lose the Tallgeese. Alright. I think at this point, oh well, we also did get Troa. But first, let's just attack with our smaller units. What am I talking about? Let's see if they burst. Let's just attack. And nothing burst, and let's go for the win. And there you have it. First round in the books. Alright, here's game 2. I'm on the play. No, I'm on the draw. With only an Aries to play out early. And 2 Gundam Heavyarms. We can play Aries on our second turn. Play our Wing Gundam on our third turn and still keep the level advantage. So let's not take a mulligan and let's see how it goes. They don't play a Demi trainer, so we draw. We do get the Tallgeese, and let's just end the turn and pass. Hopefully it's just a Maganac or a Zowort. That's fine as well. Second turn, I guess we can play out the bird mode. Get an EX resource and just pass. Guncannon with a Link, that's pretty strong. So let's just keep ramping out. Get an EX resource, swing for their base. Let's see if they trade. They don't. And let's end the turn. Next turn we can hopefully trade. Oh, this one doesn't have repair 1, so that's good. They play out a gym with a Kai. Oh, they heal it. Okay, that's fair. Oof. Okay, we're getting overwhelmed here pretty quickly. Okay, there's the Zechs. So what we can do is play this out. Play out the Zechs. Attack here. Let's see if they don't block. So we do get a draw. And let's swing in to their base. And they block. Okay, that's fair. And let's end the turn. Next turn we do get Troa with our heavy arms. They still go for the base, huh? Okay, there's our wing. Such a shame. That's fine. Okay, we do burst. Let's get the tempo advantage. Put the Leo on top. Here's aerial. Another aerial. Okay. So what we can do is attack here. Get a draw. Play this out. Play this out as a pilot. Swing here. Get a good trade. Still have level 2 left. Deal 1 damage to nothing. And play out the Sandrock. And end the turn. Okay, they do tap that down. Oh, they go for the base. Huh, interesting. Still for the base, okay. Okay, it burst. Fortunate. Let's get the Maganac. Alright. Let us get a favorable trade here. Oh no, we didn't. Oh, it had damage, I think. Okay, so just swing. I am guessing we should just clear the board. Clear the board. Fortunate that they don't have their command. And just play out our team. And pass the turn. Okay, good. Troa, perfect. So just keep playing things out. Attack with the Maganac. Just pilot it. Just to get that HP bump. Hopefully they don't burst into anything. And let's end the turn. They play out a base. Thoroughly damaged, dealing 1 damage to our heavy arms. A Demi trainer. Another Demi trainer. I don't think that will be enough. So let's keep swinging here. And here. They block. Okay, that's a good trade for us. And swing here. They block again. Another good trade. Whittle down their resources. Swing with this one here. Swing here. Don't burst into a white base. Okay, they burst. They keep bursting. Okay. And let's end the turn. Hopefully they don't draw into anything. Another thoroughly damage deals with our Aries. They don't do anything else. Okay, so we swing again here. Almost there. We're almost there. Let's swing into this. Swing into their shields. Please don't burst. Swing into their last shield. Doesn't burst. We'll probably have to wait until the next turn, play out our Aries, and end the turn. They have another base, sure. And the Zowort. That's fine. 30 damage deals. Oh, Kaiser's Solve, they just healed for nothing. And I think we get it. This was not the prettiest match, but we did outgrind them, so let's attack into their base. No blocks. Attack into their base, no blocks. Attack. They block. We get in with the Maganac and finish it off with the Heavyarms. Alright. So we went a clean 2-0 against the AI. Impressions on the deck. I think this is one of the decks where you really need to consider your mulligans well. You will need 1 or 2 early plays so that you can bridge into the mid to late game where your larger units like Heavyarms, Tallgeese, and Wing Gundam can shine. That being said, I feel like some units are overcosted for what they do. I think Heavyarms could have been costed at just level 4, not level 5. So level 4 and 3 resources. I think at level 5, it's just a tad bit slower than the other 3/4 of the other decks. Additionally, I would have liked Sandrock to actually do something. The reason being, its counterpart pilot/command card actually does nothing most of the time. So that lets me transition into the pilot/command cards in this deck. I feel like those two, Troa Barton and Quatre, are just very situational. Their command sides are. Using Troa Barton's breach command is only really useful in situations where you just want to get that last bit of damage through to get to the finish line. I would have preferred something that could affect the board more, like deal with units similar to what the other starter decks got for their commands. I think Quatre's command, Peaceful Timbre, I think that's how it's pronounced, is the biggest offender here. If you're using Peaceful Timbre, it means you're losing. You don't really want to be in a position where you're losing, so when will you be using that card, right? I would have rather had a more proactive card than a reactive one. And it doesn't even affect the board, actually. It just buys you not even a turn, an attack. It buys you an attack at the cost of a precious card. And Quatre doesn't even provide any interesting ability when you use him as a pilot. Maybe if Quatre gave +1/+2, but maybe that's asking too much. So I think out of all the starter decks, Wings of Advance has the weakest command/pilot cards. That being said, I do think that its command, the Siege Ploy, I think that's what it's called, or Siege Tactics, the one that lets you rest a unit, is very strong. You can dictate the trades. For example, if your opponent is keeping a blocker up, you can use that command to rest it and get the trades that you want, or even push through for the final damage. I think that's much stronger than Simultaneous Fire's breach ability. And finally, I think what this deck lacks in commands, it makes up for with its top end. Tallgeese is an amazing finisher. If you manage to link it with Zechs, you can swing, get rid of a smaller unit, draw a card. If you have the resources, ready it, and swing again at their base. That's a huge turn. Or drop in a Wing Gundam with Hero, a 7-7 with Breach 5, that was the strongest unit in the entire beta from my experience. If you manage to get into the late game with this deck, I think you will be in a massive advantage. And with that, we can end the playtest session. I will be playtesting using other decks as well. So thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.